What's going on, everyone? Need a little taco action. Kentucky, about 40 miles, 30 miles. I'm gonna get to my 90. Jug trucker girl, got it. So the topic tonight is going to be cooking in your truck. Do you cook in the truck? You cook in your truck, trucker girl? Not much, Jason. Just sitting here chewing, eating some tacos. What's up, Mississippi? What's up, Jeff? How's the connection, guys? Everything kosher? Everything's kosher, man. Everything is kosher. Got a little Valentina action going on. Here's something that I picked up in the yard. So I got this in the yard in Springfield, and it works great for cooking your tacos or your tortillas. Corn tortillas. Buffering a little. Yeah, it's not the greatest service up here for some reason, but yeah, I like to cook these with corn tortillas, and I pre-cut all my onions before I left home time. Got my cilantro. I'm an onion and cilantro kind of guy. So YouTube not letting me go live. Huh. That stinks. That stinks. So I'm over here actually in Newcastle, Kentucky. Got an appointment for my 90 tomorrow at 07:30. So we got a little early morning action, and it's at the it's at the Kroger distribution off of Nelson Highway or something like that. So I've never been there before. How's the Jake? I tell you what, Mississippi. So I've had 2 loads now, and this one, 43,000 pounds, and I was up by Akron, Ohio. So not too big of a grades or whatever, but it was much better. I can actually, it will slow me down on the first and second, not having to go into the third. So excited about that. I'm very pleased with that happening. So even going down hills that, you know, running 70, 72 mile an hour down the hill with the pretty good speed, momentum building up, drop it down in the first level, and it slows me down. So with 43,000 pounds, that's pretty. I'm happy. Definitely much better than they were before. I mean, I could drop it down in three before. Excuse me, in three before, and it wouldn't hardly slow me down at all. More so than not, it would pick up speed. I apologize, you guys. It's just my head. I'm making me some more. You guys gotta bear with me while I devour this real quick. So let me. So my earlier video was talking about uh, me getting the Apple Watch that allows me to monitor my steps and movement and exercise and stuff. So just to kind of give you an idea, I've gained 18th leaving and until I came back, as far as when I just left home time. That's crazy. And my biggest thing was sweet tea. Sweet tea, Mountain Dew. I mean, I would probably drink. I mean, a gallon and a half a day of sweet tea, and everything out the Mountain Dew, and just went with water and being able to walk around. That's good, Mississippi. You don't have to put it in level 3. So I've cut out the Cattleman's sausage links because I would eat those things up. And just now, I'm gonna really start watching my things, counting my calories, and drop this weight. So what's going on with everybody? We all doing tonight? Friday night. In the trucker world, Friday night is just another day. Dropping in Louisville. That's where I'm at, actually, trucker girl. Whereabouts in Louisville are you at? I'm actually 30 miles outside of Louisville at Newcastle, but I'm not familiar with Crom. Not familiar. I'm hoping to get um, a meat load, a Tyson load or something, Westport Road, sitting in Piston. Trouble with the. Oh wow, that sucks, Mississippi. Did you got the new Omni tracks? Because they were having issues with those. Where I'm sure they've probably done this, but that you had to log out and log back in, and it was correcting whatever issue was happening at that time. I'm not sure that's what you're having or whatever, but oh, it's a bakery. Nice. So you have tried to log out and log back in? Miami Beach. Oh, wow. So I guess you're having to run on paper logs, huh? Paper logs. What's happening, Greg? Man, we're just enjoying some tacos. Well, what's left of them. Sitting over here outside of Louisville. Now that I got some more people in here, um, it's keeping up with my. Oh, wow. Does everybody or who cooks on their truck? What do you use? I got a couple different things I was showing earlier. I got um, last week. So I got a little skillet and I got a little tiny mini Duo Instapot. So the Duo Instapot, I've got the big one at the house and I brought it on with me when I first got the truck. And the generator or the APU just really struggling. Uh, and that uh, particular Instapot was only 1200 watts, and it would, I mean, its butt. I mean, yeah, it would kick its butt. So I got the Duo Mini, which is only 700 watts, which is the same wattage as my microwave. So obviously, yeah, I don't run them together, but uh, really happy about that. So I pre-made these tacos, the chicken and the onions, cut all the onions and cilantro, leaving home time, and just, of course, put them in here. This is the onions. Of course, I like a lot of onions. So bear with me, guys. Let me put this back in the refrigerator here. But Kiana, I don't know if you like beef jerky or whatever, but if you're in Kentucky, this is the thing that you need to Mingy's beef jerky. You need to get that. It's going to be that's some good stuff right there. I get the hot, so really good stuff. Probably the best beef jerky I've ever ate before. Best beef jerky I've ever ate. So yeah, I'm getting a circle of death too. Um, it is me or is Jason's voice harsh? Are you guys still getting a circle of death? Good here. Nice. I don't know what it is, but my signal's it's saying good. I'm not getting any. Earlier, I was getting a little lag. It stopped now. Good, sweet. But Mingy beef jerky, guys. You're in Kentucky, you got to get some. You got to try it. It's the best of the best in beef jerky. The only thing that I like better than Mingy's is the deer jerky. I really like deer jerky. But I got 43,000 pounds of lean cuisine on the truck. Going to Kroger tomorrow. So that's what's going on here. But I figured I'd jump on here, do a quick live, see what everybody's doing. See what everybody's doing. I got to get this. I got to get quite a bit more subscribers so I can go live on my phone. I like to make my own deer jerky. Yeah, deer jerky, man, is good stuff. Deer jerky is some good stuff. So I've got this webcam. Oh, hold on a second. So here's my little setup now with the with my internet. So you can see the bars on there is full bars. So there's a TV up here. Got the good old TV. The front of the cab. But I enjoy now having this little webcam here now, so I can watch some TV, some Netflix, do some lives. I shouldn't have any issue now with my internet as far as I always keep my GPS always online now. It's so it tells me the live updates on traffic-wise. I'll tell you what, coming through 71 today through Cincinnati, man, I hit it at 4:30. Man, it was bad. It was bad. I've got a single burner and a rice pot, and a slow cooker, and several other items. Nice. That is sweet. I bought me a little. It's not really an air fryer, but it's basically like kind of a conventional oven, and it's only 700 watts as well. It's really small. So I'm sure I can find something to do to cook on that. But man, I love my Instapot. Yeah, that jerky is the jam. I'm telling you, jerky is the jam. I don't know why it's saying. Said another moderator. I'll check the other jerky. I've got a single burner. Stop now. Looks like everybody jumped off on me. I guess I ain't as popular as Chad or everybody. I need to build my channel up. Plus 7:35. My appointment this morning wasn't until 9:30. Wasn't until 9:30, and I was only like literally 5-10 minutes away from the 01. I'm off of 265, exit 32. I'm off of exit 28, off of 71. That's where I'm at. Which is really weird because you got two. You got a left and a right. You got pilot on both sides, which makes no sense to me. I mean, I guess, but I mean, next slope picks up in Cromwell going to Indiana. Oh, the pilot, yep. So are you? So you already got a pre-plan, I guess, Kiana, truck girl. There's plenty of parking spots here, actually. I mean, I was surprised. I mean, I just got here like probably 6:30, 6:45ish, and I mean, I'd say there's probably 20 spots open. Who's your fleet manager, trucker girl? I'll tell you what, pre-plans, I get them every now and again, but I don't get them a whole lot. James. I saw the video the other day with I think it was you and Junior. I think you hopped in Junior's truck. He was talking to you. All right, guys, if you ain't hit the thumbs up button, thumbs down, go ahead and bang it out there for me. I've been getting better, and he's been giving me more consistent pre-plans. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah. See, that's the thing about, with my fleet manager. So I came back off of home time on Thursday. Thursday morning, I got on the truck. So I called him late Wednesday and said, "Hey, man, just with it being Father's Day and everything," I said, "Hey, if I appreciate the thumbs up there, guys. If I'm going to be sitting around, I'd rather just wait here and I'll come on the road Monday. But I figured that I could at least see if there's been 6 months." This is the exact words he said to me. He said, "It's been 6 months, if not more, since the last time that a pre-plan coming off of home time, because they're not worried about us. They're worried about the trucks on the road that are unloaded now," which I get, totally get. But I mean, reality is there's got to be some kind of way to see what was going on, going out, that was going to be ready for tomorrow on Thursday. And so I got a call from him probably about an hour later or whatever, and he actually sent me a pre-plan, and he said, "Sales, just put this together, and just call night shift if you want to take it or whatever." So I really don't understand the whole. I get that sales basically pushes the deals, and I guess he kind of distributes them out to whomever that's empty. But I still don't know. I don't understand the whole concept or the task that why is he the middleman? Because he blames sales on a lot of stuff, but with him being a fleet manager, I mean, I think if I understand correctly, that it's his job to go to the salespeople, get the deals, push it to the trucks. But obviously, it's up to the sales to have the loads already on the books. What's up, Diaz Gaming? How do you feel about the new load system they're trying? I mean, that'd be cool. I mean, I think it'd be a great option. My only thing is, when's it going to roll out? That's the only thing, is when's it going to roll out? I mean, they've been testing it for, I don't know, 4 or 5 months. Oh, and one of my viewers wants to make a favorite from home, so I need to do that. I'm not sure if sounds good, but maybe I'm not sure it sounds good. Maybe there are issues. Yeah, I mean, I heard it way before they actually sent that email or that message on to the grapevine that they had been testing it with, some of the people that were on the driver board or whatever. But I mean, it's options. I mean, the thing about it is they got to figure out. I mean, you get 3 loads, and you got A, B, and C load, and you got $100, $200, $300. I mean, it's almost like a guarantee that they're going to pick the $300. Is going to be everybody's going to take the higher payload. I mean, who wouldn't? Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, Illinois. I think my FM is trying to make me a Northeast regional driver. Been up here 2 weeks and I'm going nuts. There's no gravel roads in Jersey and New York. I'd like the option to choose loads if I can. I'm trying to look for a good trucking company. I'm trying to start my career as a trucker and make some money. Tired of living check to check by my check. Any suggestions? Where are you out of, Diaz? Where do you live? What's your home state? I mean, I'm new to trucking industry as well. I mean, I just started in January, and I mean, I'd recommend Prime. Prime's been good to me. I've made a good, a decent living, so far. I've just been in my own truck since March 28th, so it's been good so far. But they got that hold right now in California and Florida, I believe, on the trucking. They're not taking any people from those states. But Mississippi, I'm telling you, like, I do not like Northeast. I mean, I'll drive it, but the thing I don't like about it is the hills. Just the gas mileage, the fuel mileage is terrible because of the hills. Depending on what how heavy you are. But I've never been anywhere close to under 40,000 pounds when I've been in PA or uh, Maine or whatever it may be. But I just don't like it down there or over there, I guess, up there. California, but moving to Colorado, trying to start a new life and a good career as a trucker, hopefully. Yeah, well, they actually got a yard. They got a facility in Colorado. Prime Inc. Man, check them out. They're they seem to be they've done me right so far. Do you have your CDLs right now, or are you looking to get your CDL? Thinking about getting an apartment in Missouri for when my BF gets her since it's fairly cheap. 2 weeks is getting, yeah. 2 weeks is, yeah. I mean, I was up there for like 4 days, man. I was going nuts. It seemed like I would just go to PA to another part of PA, then I'd go to Pennsylvania, then to Ohio, then back to Pennsylvania. But you can get some pretty good loads going out of Pennsylvania. I mean, people say coming out of, going in is good and coming out's not so good. But I mean, I've had some really good loads. I mean, I had uh, what was it? I think it was like a 1,400-mile run to Colorado from PA with Sam Adams beer, um, going to the Coors distribution center in Colorado. I mean, it was almost like $2,600. I've I've not gone anywhere past Missouri, basically. Wow. My receiver's behind. They said to just wait in the truck. So, so yesterday, uh, I delivered, and it was supposed to be a drop and hook. So when I got there, they said that they didn't have any empties, and I got there probably about 2 o'clock, and they said that the the second shift is the only shift that unloads the trailers. So it would be between 6 and 7 o'clock. Well, by that time, my clock would have been, I mean, it's gone. I mean, like I was running like at 3:30 in the morning. So, I mean, I talked about this in my last video, but uh, I messaged the fleet manager and he just had me bobtail out, and I came back the next morning to the same place and picked up. And it was only 1,414 miles, decent money. So, yeah. No, never had CDL. Been trying to get one, but it's hard to go to school and have a full-time job. Never had enough time. Okay, yeah. I will have to check out. Prime is there any contracts? Yes, there is a 1 year contract, uh, but they do have a school too, that you can go in. Right now, they just now implemented some new rules and stuff, but basically you're going to be driving about 50,000 miles before you get your own truck. So it's not very good money starting out while you're in the PSD phase. PSD phase, you're basically a prime student driver. Um, you're with a trainer in his truck, and that's usually about 2 weeks. And it's only a loan of $200 a week. And but once you go out of the TNT or PSD phase, you go into the TNT phase, which is the trainee and trainer phase, and you get $800 a week as far as that. So, I mean, I don't know what kind of money you make or whatever, but I definitely understand, because trying to go to trucking, full time, and trying to have a full time job is just really not doable. I mean, I would say if you're trying to go to trucking school, you probably at least need to save up about, I would say, 300 to 500 bucks. And of course, I don't know what your bills are, whatever, Diaz, but um, that's something that this reality. I mean, a lot of people say, oh, you can go over there and make on the 200 bucks, and in some cases that's just not feasible. But Diaz, if you haven't hit the like and subscribe and the bell button, please do that. That way you get notified when new videos come out. Now, since I'm coming back from home time, got my internet uh, pretty much put together now. Hopefully, I'll be making some pretty regular videos for you guys. That reminds me, I need to send a message to the FM to let them know this place is behind. Yeah, I'm telling you, they are some truck hoarders over there at DHL in where I was at Streetsboro, Ohio. It's a Nestle. Is the customer's Nestle, but the facility is a DHL facility. Man, there was all kinds of primes there that were, I mean, just waiting to be unloaded. I mean, like stacked up along the curb. Thanks, man. I appreciate that, DS. But yeah, something I did do when I did my ACE 2 class before home time is I went ahead and bought the um, the detention stamp, and because I'm telling you, like when I was running with Chad, I mean, I think we may had detention pay where he had detention pay maybe once or twice, but now Purdue, but now I bet I've had 4 cases where I've got detention pay, like with Sam Adams. I mean, I was there with Sam Adams probably. I mean, it was crazy, man. Like probably 8 hours after my appointment. My appointment was like at 0700, and I got there like 0600, and I didn't leave out there until like 3 or 4. I mean, it was crazy. Yeah, the detention stand, because I actually took a picture during my, or they call it, it's not ACE 1 now, it's I forget what it's called, but they had it on the screen, so I had been writing it out by hand, as far as it's exact same words that the detention stamp had, but I had been writing it out, and I was like, man, that's takes too long to do that. I've got an approximately 7 or 8, like, oh wow, detention stamp. Oh, hey, I don't mind sitting there. It's either sitting there getting paid, or you know getting empty and waiting. So so how long you been in at Pittston there, Mississippi? This receiver is serious, man. They are taking pictures of everything and documenting everything, and they break the seals because the seal is one of those usual ones see on high value. Oh, I like when they do the pictures and everything because I mean, this basically kind of gets you off the hook on anything. I've had some. I had one person. I forget where I was. I think I was in Atlanta area at Pepsi, and they they told me to back up and uh, just put it in the door, door 12 or whatever it was, and so a lot of the other doors or trucks didn't have their doors open, just backed in. So that's what I did, and of course I took my lock off, just backed in, and they came out and they said, "Well, I need you to open your doors," and I said, "Well, they you guys didn't say anything about the seal, or whatever," and they're like, "Oh no, go ahead and break it. But unless I'm told right there, or somebody says go ahead and do this, I'll sit there. I'm not breaking the seal." So they got you taken care of in Mississippi. So your Qualcomm's down or up now, up and working. Yeah, I've had guys come up to me, other truckers, come up to me, and me just sitting in the hole, waiting to get unloaded, and they'll say, "Hey man, did they tell you to break the seal?" I'm like, "Man, I don't know what your load is. They told me to, but hey, that's on you." And they'll go over and just break the seal, put it in the hole, and just sit there. That's all fine and dandy until you get responsible for the load. But have you ever been on a high val load, Mississippi or Trucker Girl? Who else in here, guys? We got 5 people in here, and you only got 2 people that's communicating. So who's hiding behind the scenes there? No high value load. I only did one with Chad, uh, and it was from just in TNT. Right with TNT as well. We went from I think it was Connecticut to California. Wow. Yeah. I'll tell you what, my everybody has APU quitting and everything, man. My APU, knock on wood or whatever, but man, that thing's a lifesaver. That thing is a lifesaver. I swear, like every other load was a high value load during training. Get in the shower and I'm still listening. Haha. Yeah, that's what I'm about to do here shortly. I'm about to hop in the shower myself. Go in here and let's see how many. I rack up guys on showers. I only fuel up at Pilot. So, so let me tell you something, Kiana. Oh, let me get it here. Here, hold on a second. Let me get this book out. All right. I don't know if you've done the Ace 2 yet. Here's my little pamphlet book for it. Well, the freaking nose is itching off. But I did not realize. So everybody knows that what um, the surcharge for gas is and everything. You get your gas and be able to add it up, and this kind of breaks it down by state of what it is. But look here, Kiana, this is something that blew me away. Uh, Not sure it's going to focus. Yeah, I ain't going to focus. But in Kentucky, you get charged your surcharge and you get a 10.2 cents per gallon added on in the state of Kentucky. So from now on, every time that I come out, if I know I'm going into Kentucky, I try not to fuel in Kentucky. In Virginia, it's got a 3.5 extra uh, per gallon surcharge as well. So I always try to, like, for example, I knew I was going to be coming in. When I left to go home time, I filled up leaving Springfield because I had like an 800-mile trip. And so I knew I was going to be coming out of Kentucky. So I knew I wanted to have enough gas to finish that load and go drop my trailer off and go back to the house and leave to go back on the road without fueling in Kentucky. So I filled up, and so I had enough fuel to do both the loads that I got yesterday and today. But I knew I was coming in Kentucky again, so I went ahead and put 50 gallon in Ohio, which gas prices in Ohio was like $1.89, and I put 50 gallons in. So dang, I lost all my freaking things, but one. I had like 6 showers built up in before home time. I guess they go away every month. Uh, I'm just here listening cause I'm driving. All right, Jeremy, good deal, man. Be safe out there. I'm getting a few of extra, so it's going to take a little time for the money. I did the ACE too. I thought it was great. I did too, Kiana. I thought it was a real good class. I filled up in Indiana, and I've got a full tank, so I'm good there. Nice. So the the thing about the ACE 2 class that I really, really liked, the Slingshot, so that ACE 1 class is called now, Slingshot. Uh, so every morning when I run, I always change my odometer to know what my fuel mileage is for the day and how much I ran and all that stuff. And so I do that every single day, every morning religiously. And I've always done that since even on Chad's truck. Chad does it always as well. But so I ran 58, ran 60, ran 62, and depending on, of course, everything's load wise, where you're at, topography, and all that stuff. But um, I thought, even on my truck, looking at the thing, 62 was kind of the sweet spot as far as, like, it was probably, there was for I got pretty 8.6 on the fuel mileage. So when I was yes, they do, Diaz. They let you bring pets and people with you. They got to be over 14, I think. Um, I think's what it is. If you're a company driver, but if you're a lease driver, I think you can do anybody. But so in my mind, mentally, in my truck, I was 62 was okay. I'm riding with it. So while I was in the ACE 2 class, she went over everybody that was in the class, what your fuel mileage was since you got your truck for the last 8 weeks. Now they give you a print off that is only the last 30 days, but so over the last 30 days, there we go, right here it is. So over the last 30 days, my I was averaging 8.53. So this is the Sonya or Centratrax, uh, but it's only for the last 30 days from June 1st. So prior 30 days to June 1st. So I was averaging 8.53 miles per gallon. When I was running 60, and she went back to when I had first got in my truck, and I ran 60 religiously, and I was getting 9.6. And I was only getting 8 point. I mean, it's still great. 8.53 is great, but if you can get 9, an extra mile per gallon, that's just money in your pocket. This is my print off, and he agreed that 62 is actually done better than 58. People can ride with you, no problem. I went from 58 and getting 8.2, and now hitting 8.8 to 9.5. Do you got an international? Is that what kind of truck you have? IT International. So I've backed it down to with the stupid carrier AP. Yeah, mine's a Thermal King, thank the Lord. Um, so I'm going to do it for a full month of nothing but 60. Then I'm going to do religiously go to 62, because in that, I would say in that window, that the last 30 days is I had a lot of empty trailers that I was going back and forth. And when I'm carrying an empty, guys, I can get pretty good fuel mileage on the empty. I can get the 10.5 on running 65 on an empty trailer, deadheading somewhere. So that's something that I did a lot. If I was carrying an empty, I was 65. Uh, Try it out and see what your truck wants. Are you leasing your truck, or I'm a lease operator? Diaz, I'm a lease operator. Um, so to kind of give you an average, Diaz, on company side of things, I believe you're probably looking at anywhere from, depending on your tax status and everything, from $600 to $1,500. I would say. I mean, it's a pretty wide range, but $600 to $1,500, depending on how hard you and how good your week is. And I would say an average for a lease driver. Now you pay. This is, I mean, you pay for everything versus company driver. They pay for everything. You just get a weekly check. So, but on the company or on the lease side, I mean, I would say you're probably averaging anywhere from 15 to you know $2,500 a week. That's before taxes. That's gross. That's before taxes. Also, they said in ACE 2 that trucks under 30,000 miles didn't have accurate results on the Central Track. Oh, yeah, mine don't have it. Mine don't have 30,000 miles. Mine's got like 24,000. So the truck in front of me is probably going to get rejected. Oh, wow. I tell you what, back all the way up to the ceiling. I mean, you can maybe put your hand above the ceiling and the top of the products. because it's so, packed to the top. Oh, he's got a seal issue because of the shipper. Good deal. Hey, if you go to Prime, man, check out you actually can leave me a referral code, and my referral code number would be PREJAL. I get $100. You can or you can't. You don't matter to me. But I mean, if you're going and drop my name and my driver code, P is in Paul, R is in Robert, E is in Edward, J is in Jacob, A is in Apple, L is in Larry. So I enjoy it. I came off of home time for 10 days, and it's it's I look forward to. I mean, obviously, I like the home time and everything, but I mean, I really like driving. How do you pull footage from the rain right now? Okay, I appreciate all your content. Thanks, Diaz. I appreciate that. Uh, you got to have a SD card. I mean, to to save you the footage on there, but I don't use the Rand McNally. I have the Garmin 100. Um, but they actually have an app for your Garmin, and basically it's, yeah, I won't focus in, but basically you kind of like connect it Wi-Fi, and uh, and just basically transfers Bluetooth over uh, to your phone. Yeah, I think the Garmin. I bought it off of Amazon. I mean, I shop on. I love Amazon. I think it was $140 or whatever. Footage is really clear, really good. So they got the 40, the 50, and the 65, I believe. Now I've got the 40. I think the 65 basically just it has better night vision. It's wide angle, but it's like $299. Now you got to have your own Wi-Fi. That's something that you got to provide. Usually you do a hotspot from your phone or whatever. Um, Diaz. I have ran the 10 740 as far as the GPS trucker girl. So I actually got the diesel 780 and the 740 Rand McNally. Run them both simultaneously with each other. Really enjoyed those. Oh, let's see what we got here. I got a Ran overdrive 7. Nice. Okay, sorry, we're just trying to know how much. Yeah, they have pretty much anything. You gotta bring your own microwave, your refrigerator, um, and everything. So I mean, any kind of cooking stuff you got to bring on the truck with you. But they provide a APU, which basically is like a generator. Has your heat and air. That's what this right here is basically controls the heating and air in here. charges the batteries while it's running as well. So yeah, so a couple years ago, AT&T had a special. Um, so before trucking, I was in real estate and we went camping quite a bit. So we got a 36-foot camper as well. Um, so we would go to a lot of places and we would, get our Wi-Fi would hit a dead spot, not a dead spot. Basically, you'd run out of data or whatever. They'd slow it down on you. So AT&T had this deal on this box that I got here, and it's the same thing as a MiFi, but it's for your home. It plugs in and everything to the wall. Uh, but we've used it for our Wi-Fi at our house for the last year and a half. So I took that with me and got another internet supplier through cable at the house. So kind of worked out perfect. But it's unlimited. So it's just like, unlimited, depending on where you're at. I mean, I can get 50, 60 megs, you know, download and probably 12 to 15 on the upload. But I was having so many issues um, with my hotspot that I would eat up my data, going live. It would kill my data. Pretty much within like 3 or 4 days, going a couple lives. So that was a huge game changer for me by switching the internet provider at the house, then bringing that on the truck with me. So that's the reason why I'm saying now that lives and stuff like that, as far as doing the videos, should be good to go now. I won't have any of those issues as long as I have service, obviously. I'm going to try and go live again, see if maybe the area I was in is bad. Yeah, I went to truck school out here for a bit and kept getting Swift company calling, email me to join the company. Oh, I should have never put my name out there. Truck driver 2019, can you request a truck that is not a certain color? Uh, what's up, Kenworth? Truck driver, you can. If you go lease, you could choose what you get. Uh, Now, once you're there, once you get a truck if you're in the lease side, once you go 90 days, you can basically order a truck through them, and you can get whatever color, whatever. We've got a choice between the Freightliner and Peterbilt. Um, but yes, you can. So what I did is I was personally wanting a Freightliner, and probably could have got one if I would have waited around. But I went ahead and took the 2020 International, and I ordered me the other day. I ordered me a cobalt blue 2020 Freightliner. Yeah, I got a Freightliner on order. It said within 72 hours I would have got a confirmation, but I hadn't gotten anything from anybody. So, so this load I got, Um, I was telling you about it. It's only 43,000 pounds, uh, but it felt a little weird. The gauge in the back is way off. So how do you pay for the extras you order? So the extras. So my extras was $1,700 or 1708. 9/11/19. Mine was supposed to. The date was October 10th. Was mine. So 1708 was my extras, trucker girl, and it gave you a choice of paying with the com check or your card, or it would be split over a 10-week period of payments. Now, I put the 10 weeks on there, but I mean, if I have to pay the 1708 up front, I mean once the truck comes in, I mean that's fine as well. I'm cool with that. But I don't know how the process works. I just know what the selections allowed me to do, and everything was done. But it said, like I said a minute ago, I would receive a confirmation either on the Qualcomm uh, or from the fleet manager that everything was good to go. But I haven't got a message at all, and it's been way over 72 hours. What kind of tire issue did you have, Kiana? I didn't hear about no tire issue. Could you buy a truck from Prime and they take the payments out of your truck? Uh, when you're talking about buying, are you talking about buying it outright? Truck truck driver? Are you talking about leasing? What do you? Because pedigree is if you're trying to purchase something. Low tire pressure before I left Memphis. Oh, I got you. But Pedigree is the company that basically Prime owns inside if you're going to buy a truck. And yes, they would take the payments out. But Success Leasing is the leasing company inside Prime that you do your lease payments through. And they do the same thing, that they basically just take it out of your check as well. I think I'll sit with my International, Mississippi. Yeah. Hey, I mean, this truck's been a good truck. There's a couple things that I really look forward to in the Freightliner, but I mean, personally, this right here, this top bunk on this one, it doesn't flip up like the the Freightliners do. It's stationary, which is not bad because I got a lot of storage up there. Basically, I took the mattress out and I just use that for storage up top. So I'll probably do that, even the same thing in the Freightliner. But the biggest thing that I have a problem with in my International is and there's no storage under the bunk for anything, nothing. I mean, I could barely. I mean, yeah. Well, you got one. I mean, there's just no storage in there. I got my chains the other day, my tire chains from Prime when I was leaving to go to home, and four big bags of chains that I mean. So what I'm going to do with the Freightliner is once I get the Freightliner, I'm going to have them put that toolbox on the catwalk so I can drop those tires in there, or chains. I'm sorry. I added a set of bolt cutters under the bunk. That's it. Yeah, I mean, there's this very, very limited space with the APU and the bunk heater and everything in here, or not the APU, but the bunk heater stuff. Well, and the APU as well. I was kind of disappointed about that because I mean the Freightliners, man, they got some pretty good storage underneath the bunks. Yeah, Freightliner is, I'm just looking for longevity, and in the Freightliner, the parts are just, I mean, anybody can, you go anywhere and everybody has parts for them. But, I mean, like for this International, I mean, I sit over there at the dealership for an update, a software update that was messing with my Jake brakes, and I mean, I was over there for like 5 hours for them to do a diagnostic or a software update that took them probably once I got in there, probably an hour to do. So that's my biggest concern as far as longevity wise, of just being able to go in and get out, in a timely manner without having to go to the dealership. When I do finalize my order, my truck won't have very much under bunk storage. I'm opting for the driver lounge. I tell you what, Chad said on his thing the other day that because there was a $3,300 upgrade, or maybe $3,600, but I mean I took a picture of the thing, and I don't because I wanted the table option, but I did not see it in there. I'm trying to look at my screenshots here, guys. So bear with me real quick. Screenshots. Yep. I don't see anything in here with it. So I got the black grill, which was $43. Um, I got the keyless entry, which was $146. I got the LED headlights, which was $545. I got the exterior sun visor, which was $267. Uh, Privacy curtains, premium lighting, the leather seat cover. I got the seat suspension, that little rubber thing that goes around there. I got that. Um, got a black grill, and that's all I got. Now, when I ordered it, I don't know if you guys can. Well, but the thing said here that thank you for your Freightliner new truck order. If you have questions or need to make changes, call this person, or we will contact you via email, QC message, or phone within 72 hours. I haven't got nothing. It's the first option. Did you opt for the upgrade of the seats? I did the seat upgrade, yes. Yeah, I don't have a CPAP. Freightliner don't offer the driver's lounge option anymore. Yeah, I didn't think so. But you sure, trucker girl? Because I mean, I looked for it and I didn't see it. What's up, Donald? The cost of the curtain, guys, is only $164. I hear people talking about it. It's like $500 or whatever. But I mean, it's. I mean, I use my curtain all the time, and I'll pay $146 for it all day long. Because if you don't get it, and you go to Freightliner or the shop to get it, you're going to pay about $300 or $400. And trust me, you're going to want that curtain. Donald, how old are you, man? Thanks for watching the video. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe and the bell button for notifications on live or other videos I put out. Nice. You got 4 more years, man. 4 more years. Enjoy yourself. 33:15, I think. Hold on, I didn't see that up there. What would you say, trucker girl? Yeah, your national Kenworth, the network was slower on Christmas, but I definitely get a box on the back side since you can do that on the Freightliner. Bob was the worst. It's the first option. Did you opt for the upgrade on the seats? I'm getting the seat back. I've seen that. Hit me up on Instagram and I'll show you the page and where it's at. That's one reason I picked the International was for the stock curtain. I work on houses right now. I can't wait to get weights. And you got 4 years ahead of you. I mean, I'd say the whole trucking game is going to change within 4 years. So I would just say check out Prime Inc. They're a great starter company. A lot of people are here for longevity purposes as well. So that's where I would go first. I mean, that's where I went. Looked. I had a lot of other places that I looked as well, but I'm here at Prime. So uh, right now it is 8:31. So 20:31 is the time where I'm at right now. Be right back docking. Nice. Yeah, you can't get your CDL license until you're 21 years old. So once you get your CDL license, right now, Prime and other places, you got to go to school for your CDL license. Then once you get your CDL license, you got to basically be with the trainer for a certain amount of time. Right now, it's 50,000 miles. Um, then you can go solo and get your own truck after that. Diaz. Yeah, no more paper logs. That is definitely uh, a good thing. I'm not sure that paper logs. I mean, I don't see how people, other than not having them filled out. I mean, for me, it looks like that paper logs would be. You can fudge. I mean, who says you're not there or whatever? I mean, you can basically put down anything on paper logs. The trucking school right now, you're with Prime. You're probably looking at about 14 to 17 weeks from starting out to get your own truck. So 14, 17 weeks kind of is that the bunk set up option you're choosing. It Kenworth, I think that's it. The Volvos come with the that setup. I personally never seen it in a Freightliner. But now I've seen it in the Volvo. My experience has been good so far, Donald. I mean, money's been good. I've had some um, some things that I would like to change, but obviously, I mean that's just me. But Prime's been good to me. Good training. I was lucky enough to get trained by a good trainer, and everything that they've said, that it's come through. So I've been chucking some water. Freightliner did have that option, but I think it's a premium package. Exactly, that's why in California there was so many crashes for big rigs, because people lie on the paper logs when they fall asleep, because they didn't try to rush and don't pull over the rest. Yeah, exactly. Make sure you hit the like button up there for me. Well, heck, hit the thumbs down or thumbs up for me. Donald, I mean, it's that, I mean, that's an option that could very well happen, because I mean, I've heard a lot of horror stories about, trainers out there. But the thing about Prime is, if you guys had legitimate issues, you can request for a new trainer. So, what's up, prisoner of the highway? So you can definitely, uh, it's got to be a legitimate reason, but you can definitely get a thumbs up for me, man. Thanks. Yes, thanks. Appreciate that. But that's the cool thing about the Prime is they're such a huge company. Now, I can tell you, freight is a little bit slimmer than last year, just because this time last year, I think somebody said that they had 500 less trucks on the road than right now at this same time. So you're talking about, freight has to be stretched over to those people as well. So that's the reason why I think that they've kind of put that hiring freeze in California and Florida, is because of um, the quantity of drivers. The turnover rate is not like it was. They've got people now that stand with them longer. What's up, Tulsa Trucker? Did they take pictures of your? I tell you what, to be honest with you, Kenworth, I agree with you, but I think a lot of people will start dropping out, because I'm telling you, you know, 50,000 miles, man. That's all. I mean, yeah, I can do it, but man, that's a long time. I mean, you're talking about me. I was with Chad. I don't know, 8, 10 weeks. You're probably talking about another, 4 or 5 weeks. And like I said, I could have done it in Colorado, Diaz. They do. They have a place there, and I'm not 100% for sure. I don't think that they train there. You would either have to go to Salt Lake City, Pittston in Pennsylvania, or Springfield, Missouri. But they do have a yard there, and they have a trailer facility, kind of like a satellite facility that you can go in, and they have brochures and guides and stuff like that in there. I was there probably a couple of weeks ago for the first time. I mean, it ain't nothing to brag about, but I mean, it's a facility. Yeah, that's what I thought. Trucker girl. Yeah, Yeah, it ain't. You go to Springfield and you go to Colorado and you're like, man, that's what I mean. Like, what happened? But hey, if they drop out, then they really weren't dedicated to this new career and want a free ride, basically. Yeah, I mean, I get it, but it's a long time, especially especially if you had a trainer that you didn't get along with. That's where that would be struggles with Kenworth, because like I said it many times, Chad and I are cool about going through everything, but if we did not get along, and which at times, I mean, we butted head at times, guys. I mean, me and Chad, when you're in that, things start coming in. People, uh, he's been on the road for a long time, 20 some years, and with me training, you know, I wanted to shower every night. That wasn't logical, but I mean, when we're doing 3,000 mile runs and a 2 or 3 day period, some days we didn't get a shower for 2 or 3 days. I think the longest that we didn't get to take a shower for 3 days, and I'm a moody son of a buck when I had a shower in 3 days. Getting through it and training, getting your own truck train. Yes, absolutely. You know, they that Andrea Mueller has, and it may be a default message or whatever, but they sent me a message asking me to train, or if I wanted to train, or um, I have no desire, guys, to train anybody. If I got to be cooped up in here with somebody I don't know, that I just I don't. I have no desire. If I can't make enough money solo, then I'll just stay home. Yeah, yeah. I was my neighbor at the house. He's been overseas in 3 different tours in Afghanistan and Iraq, and he was telling me some pretty good stories. Not good stories, but he was telling me some stories that were, I mean, that were crazy. Because he drove he carried in the fuel, so he was a tanker driver. As far as he drove in all the tanks, the people that want to blow everybody up in. So he was talking about while he was over there, sometimes, man, they didn't get showered for weeks. And he said in some cases they were literally like hold each other off the back of the truck, the Humvee, and they would literally take a dump on the back of the Humvee while it was moving. So I was like, man, that's that's some yeah. I mean, I get it. I mean, especially over there. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. Uh, I won't be trained. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care what the pay. Yeah, I don't care what it is either, man. Now that I've got my puppy, they don't even ask. Kilmorth, when you have two hefty Pittages baby wipes quickly lose their. I'm telling you, I mean, baby wipes definitely is your best friend, but them baby wipes that Chad had, man, those Equate or whatever, those Walmart ones, and they smell like ass. I mean, I'm just telling you, they stink, in my opinion. Because when Chad would wipe down with them, I'd be like, man, them damn things stink. Yeah, they definitely stink. But all right, guys, I'm getting ready to see out here in Hesperia, California. Desire to live in Arizona or California, damn Dust Bowl. Yeah, Tulsa. So you're in Cali now. So you're in the TNT phase, ain't you? So how did you get along with your trainer? How's your trainer? You guys doing all right? Look here, my wife's calling. Hey, we're on live.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Well, you wasn't looking.
I did earlier.
Uh, the THC trainer is awesome. Nice. All right, guys, I'm going to jump off here. I'm going to talk to my wife. You guys have a great night, and I'll catch you later.